Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Project Ozone 3 again. Things are pretty much where we left them. We've now got a source of cobble in there and a source of smooth stone going in. I can show you the machine that is doing the smooth stone. This is a thing that I can show you. I can demonstrate to you. I've been thinking about obsidian. I don't really want to put obsidian in the ME system. I'll probably have to put some in there, but not a lot. So this is basically a reprise of the machine that was down there, which we cleared up and just left a bit of mud on the floor where it was. It's the cobblestone generator that feeds the lava source here, which powers the doohickey here. But also that shoves power into this doohickey, which also gets cobble from the cobblestone source and turns that into smooth stone. It is effective. It is effective. So we have 4 stacks in there, and we have that's full. That's just simply full. Woof, yes, bollock, gone full. We will need at some point, yeah, 2090. We will at some point need to make that store a hell of a lot more cobblestone, because at some point I've got a feeling somewhere deep inside of me we're going to need a crap ton of cobblestone. But now we need to turn our attention to the next phase of the operation. The next phase of the operation is we need to automate everything that we did over here. All of these little tasks, these making of these chips and whatnot and what have yous, we need to automate. We need to make this happen automatically when we on demand in the system. In essence, it needs to happen. We may even set limits and leave it just doing it automatically and turn things on and off with redstone signals. But each face that we're using on this, and we use 2 faces on this, we use do we use 2 or do we use 3? We use 3 faces on each of these, and then we use 4 faces on this end one. We need to power the machine, which is not a problem. Power will transfer. We could power one end of this. We could just connect that to that, and all these would be powered. We don't need to run this cable up the back. That's just a luxury on my part. But each face will need an interface device on it to interact with this. And each interface, one of these cables can connect to 8 of those interface devices. So we would need, what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 interface devices. So that's 2 of these cables to function with that. We can't do that. We can't run 2 of these cables. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this somewhere else, because it doesn't need to be here now. It needed to be here while we were working this close to the reactor. It doesn't need to be here now. Now it can be fed off this thing, because this thing's got the power now. It has the power. I think this can pretty much carry a limitless amount of power, so we're not worried about that. But we need to work out how we're going to connect that and where we're going to put it, because it's not pretty. It's not a pretty thing. It uglies the place up. Something atrocious. So I'm thinking if we just run a dense ME cable which can handle 32 interfaces, that's 32, that's twice more than we actually need, off the front of this into this mountain here. We might need to tidy up the mountain a little bit. The mountain might need to be zhuzhed just a bit. I think we could do a win victory thing here and have a success, and then that would be buried in the mountain. It's like I say, it's powered from this anyway, so we're not too worried about powering it. But at some point we will have machines like these running in a similar sort of location, and they will need powering. But we could, I mean, the world is our otter there. But in order to do that, we need a dense ME cable running across to the mountain. So we're going to do that. That's going to be our first job. We have a lot of jobs to do. This is the one that I'm doing right now. This is the dense ME cable being run for the things and the stuff and things and stuff. So we want DENSE, dense ME cable. This stuff. We don't want the dense ME smart cable. We just want dense ME covered cable. We just want the vanilla dense ME covered cable. I don't know which one the vanilla is. Black. Is that the one? That's the one. Okay, so we just need ME covered cable. 4 ME covered cables makes the dense ME cable. Okay, so we would just want to do that. How many of them can we make? 34. Okay, that's not too shabby. It's not great, but it's not too shabby. That gets me 8 dense. That's not enough. That's just not enough. 8 dents will get us nowhere and nowhere fast. Let me demonstrate. Permit me, if I may, to demonstrate with a little bit of nerd polage. So if we want to just blast straight into the mountain there, we want to go bloop, bloop, bloop. We could run smart cable here, but I don't think there's any point. We're gonna keep close tabs on what's hanging on this. So we don't really need smart cable. We'll go one more. Can I actually do it without building? Yes, I can. There we go. That's what 8 got us. So we are going to have... We're nudging closer and closer to crisis time, is what we're doing, in essence. There's a lot of torch work needs to be done, because at this point in time we need a mob farm, because we need string. There's 2 ways of going about a mob farm, because that's just come up short. And it's come up a long short. We could just spur normal ME Fluix cables off the side of that, 1 on each side, and that would give us our 16, but we're not going to do that. We're going to find what we need, and what we need is a mob farm with a cursed earth, which means we need a ghast tier, which means we need to kill a ghast, which means we need to go to the nether, and we need to go to the nether with a tool that can kill a ghast. So, first things first, we are going to make a crossbow, I believe. I believe that's what we're going to do. Have we got the crossbow pattern? We haven't got the crossbow pattern. That would be... I'm not seeing it. We need the string pattern, we do need that. We need the fletchings. Let's have a look, actually, what we need to make a crossbow. There's some iron just left lying around here. That's fine. We need heavy thing, heavy tool rod, bow limb. The bow limbs, that's what we need, and the string. Okay. So we need the bow limbs, which is that one. We're going to make them out of iron. Good job. And we got the heavy and the heavy. That's fine. We just need the bow limb to be blinged. We'll need to make one of them anyway, just because of reasons and stuff. So we want the heavy bow limb. I don't think we need the string. I think we can do the string independently. So we've got one of them. We need a little bit of gold in this Manakawak. We've got none gold. I can guarantee dents. Nice. Gold. We need a couple of golds. 1, 2, blop. You can have them back. They can go in there and melt down. Pull that out. So this is all a very elaborate way of saying that's switched off. Good. That's a lot of goods right there. This is all a very elaborate way of saying we don't have enough resources to build this pipe that we actually need to build. We need this wire. That is a given. That is a given. We need that wire. It's got to happen. We can't possibly survive without that wire. Okay, nice. That's gone. We're going to need some iron in that bad boy, so let's just melt that iron off. That should be... Will that be enough? Let's just chuck all the iron in there and get that melting. Because we need one of these. We need the heavy... Where is that? There it is. We need that, and we need that. Those are the 3 that we need. And then we need to do some work with the string. And then we need to actually make the bloody arrows for this thing. And they are a pain in the neck. I can never remember them. I think you may make them out of sugarcane. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, we need this iron to melt now. I could have pre-staged this and got the iron melting in advance. That would have made more sense. So we got the bow limb. The limb. So that will be done. Ooh, it's a hot one, isn't it? That can go away. That will give us that. We can pour that. I'm surprised it only takes 1 bow limb. I'm sure it used to take 2 bow limbs, but it might have been a different pattern. That's okay. The crossbow is a beautiful thing. It really is a truly beautiful thing. I really do dig the crossbow quite hard. But the iron crossbow that we're making here, the full iron crossbow, it can be a nightmare. Why didn't that come down? That needs to go in there. So in here we should have the parts we need. One of them, one of them, and one of them. And that can get turned... No, we won't turn that on yet. We need the string. I think we turned all our string into... I do believe we turned all our string into something else, so we're going to have a struggle here. If we take the cobble out of there, take that out of there, I want that back in my... Oh my god. Making a pig's ear of this. There, that's gone in. Good. We want the string pattern in there. Can we turn that off from there? No. No, I guess we can just chop and change between what we want. We can't really just take things out. We shouldn't really just take things out. Alright, so we're going to utilise this chest here temporarily to store our parts. Now we need to think about, because string's going to be an issue, we need to think about the bolt pattern, arrow shaft pattern. Is that the one that we need? Or is it a bolt, straight up bolt pattern we need? Arrowhead pattern. Certainly we need fletchings. And I think you can make fletchings with leaves, which is a bonus. I'm going to go with arrow shaft pattern. And I think we make the arrow shafts out of some material, material A, and then we pour material B on top of it and make it harder. So we're just going to go and grab a little bit of sugar cane. We'll take the big one. We want all of it, please, game. No short measures, please. No short measures, and we'll just replant a bit of this shiz round here. Let that grow. So we should be able to make these into... I think this is how it works. Bear with me, I might be getting this completely wrong. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah, we can make reed arrow shafts. So we'll make 4 of them. But we can't make reed fletchings, which is fine. Nature chest, you can have that, you can't have that. Other nature chest. We have 2 nature chests now. We're keeping nature out of our technology. That's the way we're operating here. Here's our nature, and here's kind of blocks and nature and stuff. We're keeping that generally away from our ME system at the moment, because we could run out of those drive spaces real goddamn quick. So if we take that out, and then we put these in here, we should be able to pour iron onto that. And that will suck up the iron and become a bolt head. Like that. So these are becoming reed iron bolt cores. Which is exciting. This is top tier weaponry right here. These things fly like a turd though. You need a lot of feathers to get these things to fly properly, and I don't think we've got... We might have some feathers. Ideally, what we probably need to do is have a auto pickup by our chicken farm. Let's go see our chicken farm. Let us go see our chicken farm. We've got a few chickens out here. We have got a few chickens, so there may be a few eggs and feathers lying around. There are a couple. We'll just grab all of that shiz. Thanks, dudes. You can have all of... Ooh, another egg. Nice work. Might be able to pop a baby. There's one. There's a couple. There's one. Get more chickens on the go. There we go. Good. Good job. Another egg. No more chicks. Cool, that's fine. Right, I need you all out of the way because I need to leave. There we go. So we got a couple of feathers. I don't think we've got enough feathers. There may be feathers in our storage down here, in our nature chests. None in there. Feathers? Yeah, we've got 3 feathers. We've got 5 feathers. Let's see if we can make any fletchings at all. I need to just learn how to use the system a little bit. So we can make 1, 2... We can make 2 fletchings. That's okay, that's a good start. So we can then use them on this thing to make crossbow bolts. So we go core, fletching, core, fletching. If they're made with feather fletchings, they are more accurate. plus more accuracy. So this is good for... I'm not actually sure how good's this for. 40 shots. We could do with some sort of auto repair on it, but it does a reasonable whack of damage. Now we need string, which we don't have. I'm pretty confident, but we do have some wool, I think. Wool. We have some wool. We might be able to do something with wool and the pulverizer. Let's go see if we can. Let's go see if we can pulverize a bit of wool. Some Certus quartz dust in there. That gives us 4 string and some white pigment. So that's a bonus. That is a bonus right there. We made that string into wool in the first place, and then we got white pigment back. So that's a like plus return on your investment right there. Right there, solid state plus return on your investment. I like it. Right, we need to just clear our inventory a little bit. I know we're overrunning. At this point, I'm acutely aware that the clock next to me is on 0 and showing me 0 strong, so I know we're overrunning quite hard. So we need to take the feather out, we need to put string in, and we get one of them. String. Nice. Take the string back out. Did that use just 1 string? That may have used just 1 string, which is crazy. Crazy return on investment there. So we need that, and that. And we go over to this machine and we say we want to make a crossbow. We want to make it with that. We want to make it with that. We want the bow limb on there, and we want the string on there. And we just basic runty iron crossbow. We're going to stick it in there. And we're going to grab a crap ton of redstone. Redstone. Boop. We're going to turn a lot of these into blocks. We're going to just grab a couple of stacks of blocks of redstone. Hello? Why'd you do this? Why you do this to me? I don't quite know why it decided to do that, but there we go. We've got a few stacks of redstone, and we'll grab a few Lucy's as well. That's burned through a lot of our redstone. We might not need all that redstone, but we're going to try it anyway. This needs this, and we go, ciao. Is that only doing 1 at a time? Oh god, it is only doing 1 at a time. This could take a while, but this makes our crossbow faster draw speed. This increases our draw speed on our crossbow, because currently it is terrible. 3.5 seconds. So we need to bling that up big time. I'm not sure why that's not doing. There must be an advanced table for this then that does this job for us. I don't know what that would be, but I'm going to carry on with this job and make this crossbow as good as it can be. But from Furryearsworld for now, we are going to go with a cheery old ta-ta.